Let me speak to Burkina Faso's sovereignty. They maintain their sovereignty. They make their decisions how they use their resources. They make their decisions who their resources go to for military support. That's their sovereign right. But my cautionary tale was just from a military perspective. That was a Senate Armed Services Committee asking me a direct question. Burkina Faso, a lot of great things going on to progress them forward, okay?
Wow, revolutionary greetings all of you, my dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans. Is General Langley regretting and apologizing to Captain Ibrahim Traoré and Africans for what he said about Captain Ibrahim Traoré? So join with me in this video where we are going to hear the truth behind accusation made by General Langley to Captain Ibrahim Traoré. You remember 1 month ago, this general accused Captain Ibrahim Traoré for using gold reserve to protect himself, instead the interest of majority.
Be presented to all the populations and the youth. Pan-Africanism is real and it's strong. And there's an opportunity to come up on the global stage, and this continent can do it. That's what we really envision.
So you're not concerned about China and Russia expanding their military and economic influence across the country?
Yes, welcome back, my dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans. That is General Langley speaking with Citizen Digital in Kenya. As you know, my dear lovely family, the US Africa Command, AFRICOM, is scheduled to host a conference for African defense chiefs in Nairobi, Kenya, commencing on 28th this month, May 2025. According to Brigadier General George Ditch, the conference will encompass various fields, including emerging technologies, professional military education, and civilian military cooperation. So this event fall bare 5 weeks after AFRICOM commander Mr. Langley accused Captain Ibrahim Traoré for utilizing the country's gold reserve to consolidate power. So let us now dive deep into what we heard from Mr. Langley. My dear lovely family, make sure that you share this video, you like it, and if you are new, make sure that you subscribe to be a member of this movement. We are here as Africans to find best solution for our challenges. So from what you heard, I think one thing that if I was the host of this conversation, I had asking Mr. Langley, what can you do as a black man to help fellow black people in the continent of Africa? Because it looks like Mr. Langley is working for the interest of those powerful countries. Yes, we know that he's an American, he was maybe born in America, but we must understand, even if we are born outside of our continent, but we are still Africans. All black people came from Africa. That's the reality. So must Mr. Langley have to accept, first of all, to do what is good and right for his brother, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Yes, things are happening, and he knows very well, I think, that what's happening to Burkina Faso, as he said, that right now attacks are increasing, these terrorists are increasing to attack Burkina Faso. We know the reason, as I said, that the reason is because Captain Ibrahim Traoré took control of gold. So we know that if you take control of your minerals, of your resources, those who are benefiting from these resources will not be happy. It's like taking the meat from the lion. So that's what's happening. So Captain Ibrahim Traoré has taken the meat of the lions. So the lions are coming after him. And that's why, as I said, Captain Ibrahim Traoré till today survived more than 20 assassination attempt. You can see how many African leaders have survived such kind of attempt. But Captain Ibrahim Traoré has the problem is not maybe the government, the way he runs the government. The problem is taking control of gold, because these gold are being used by exploiters, are being used by jihadists are being used by other people who have bad intention. So after Captain Ibrahim Traoré came to power and said, we are going to control our natural resources, no raw gold is going to be exported. Right now, as I speak to you now, Burkina Faso is manufacturing gold bars. You see? He expelled French troops. Do you think France is happy with what Captain Ibrahim Traoré did? So, and that's why you see destabilization coming from neighboring countries. And we saw that those neighboring countries are near to France, are working closely to France. And those are where the terrorists are coming from. So we have to speak the reality. If we want to solve challenges, whether it is terrorists, whether it is jihadists, whether it is peace, we have to be real. The problem, we are pretending, but we know the truth that those who are beneficiaries of our natural resources are those who are trying to destabilize Burkina Faso. And that's why we came together as Africans. Young people, we say we are going to join the hand to protect Captain Ibrahim Traoré. You saw many Africans in European countries, in Asian countries, in the continent, came together last month, protested, demonstrated that we are supporting Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Even last week on the Africa Day, you saw young people in Ghana, in South Africa, came together and declared openly that they are with Captain Ibrahim Traoré. They are standing with Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Why? Because we know what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing is to serve lives of Africans, is to create jobs for young men and women. Mr. Langley himself said that PanAfricanism is alive and well. But how many African leaders are doing like Captain Ibrahim Traoré? I said, and I shared the video, when Captain Ibrahim Traoré handed over another batches of agricultural equipment and fisheries equipment. How many African leaders have done like that? We have seen in our eyes Captain Ibrahim Traoré handed over construction equipment to young Burkinabé people so that they can start constructing and building their roads, their infrastructures. So how many African leaders are doing like that? We have seen Chinese here in the continent of Africa doing everything. But Captain Ibrahim Traoré has came with new ideas. And that's why we are saying we know very well what is behind all these things happening to Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We are here to protect him. We are here to defend him. Even if something will come to us, we are ready for that thing. We are going to protect our leader, because what he's doing is creating peace. Yesterday, I shared the video of President of Namibia, Her Excellency Madam Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. She's spoken very well about the issue of peace. In order for us to have this peace and security, we need to create jobs. And that's what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing. And I have been suggested this many times. I'm not a prophet. I'm not related to anyone. But I know, and I'm speaking today again, if Africa or African leaders are not going to create jobs for this population, young people who are so many, they will be overthrown from power. Take this. They will be overthrown from power. Because if you look very keenly, the population of Africa, many of them are young people. And there are those who are being used by terrorists, by jihadists. And these people need jobs. They have their own requirements. So how can they get requirements if they don't have job to do? So political leaders, be prepared. You heard Gen Z from Kenya and many other places. So that is the silence bombs. So what you need to do is to do like what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing. Let us take control of your minerals. Congo right now is like the place where you can go and take anything without being asked. So if Africans, we can come together and unite and say, we are going to do this and this for the better of our future, we can create jobs For all things that we have, if you look at the population of Africa, if we can invest in agriculture the way Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing, we can feed our people. We can create jobs through industrialization. Right now, you saw Captain Ibrahim Traoré, what he's doing. And I have been sharing many videos of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Not because maybe I like Captain Ibrahim Traoré or I want something from Captain Ibrahim Traoré. No, I want we Africans to wake up, to know that we can do better. We have leaders who are so conscious, who are so brave, who are so visionary, who can transform this continent. Because if you are not safe, even myself, I'm not safe. If you don't have a job, even myself, I'm not safe. Because where did you get your requirement? You have to take it from me. You have to come and take my mic here and my headphones. So I think we need to create jobs. And that is the great duty we need to do. At the same time, we protect our resources. And to protect our resources, dear lovely family, we need to come together. I've been saying this many times. One thing that our political leaders are not ready to do is coming together. We are still regularizing the Berlin Conference. And yet we come out on the podium and say, white people divided us. We are not there. So this is not good. We are being affected by colonialism. Right now we are asking for reparation. So let us remove all these borders before going to reparation. Then when we demand reparation as a team, as a continent. We speak with one voice. Do you want to tell me all Africans want reparation? All these countries, are they ready for reparation? Some of them, they have puppets. So they will sabotage all these movements. That's why when it comes to the point Africans to decide, you see things happening. It didn't start yesterday. Even from our founding fathers, when they came together and say, let us unite, speak with one voice, coming with a united Africa. At the end of the day, they came with African Unity, OAU, Organization of African Unity, and currently African Union. So you saw how they were divided. So division are still there. What we need to do is to come together to understand the reality that without coming together, without uniting, we are going nowhere. We are going nowhere. I think that will help us. So, my dear lovely family, let us not speak for too long, but I'm very happy that Mr. Langley has spoken what he thinks he has to speak about Burkina Faso. But one thing that I like from him is accepting that what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing is the right thing. Despite he didn't apologize direct, but I see he's regretting himself inside that this young man, this fellow black people is doing wonderful. So we need, as black people, Africans, to come together. One thing that I saw in many Africans, we don't accept ourselves. We don't love each other. Some of us, we are still have coconut behavior, brown outside and white inside. We have to change. We need to wake up. We need to work together. We need to support one another. And they expected General Langley, yes, you are being paid by America. You are black people. You have to know that you have to serve your fellow black people. You saw how Trump is protecting black South Africans. White South Africans. How Trump is protecting fellow white people in South Africa. But who will protect black people? So I think, General Langley, you have that kind of task to do. Yes, you are being used for the interest of America. You are an American, but go back to the history. Go and listen to the song of Buffalo Soldier of Bob Marley. You can understand something. So, my dear lovely family, as I said, I'm not here to provide speeches. I'm here to share my thoughts. And as we do always, this is the place where we come together as Africans, seeking solutions, trying to share our thoughts, what we can do for the better future of our mother continent, Africa, how we can build the Africa that all of us, we want. So up to that, let me say thank you. Have a nice time. Thank you for being part of this movement. Don't be tired. This is the movement of brave people. Don't be fainted. Let us be courageous. Let us unite and move together purposely to liberate this continent economically. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa.